Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then. And here's Rooney. Could move up a gear here. Can he get it through? And this is Ibrahimovic. Shoots! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Borussia Dortmund are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And smartly reclaimed.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Adriano. And this is Nedved. Nedved! And no mistake. And they're threatening to fly away here. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, super ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Nedved. And this is Adriano. And it's Seedorf. Has a look and plays it forward. Hops for safety. Rooney. Roberto Carlos. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Hullet with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Adriano is herring after that one. Cafu. And here's Nedved. And it's Seedorf. For Yaya Toure. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Adriano gets flagged offside. Seedorf. 30 minutes gone. Ferdinand does well to get it back. It's a good 35 yards out, this. Missed by a fraction. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Seedorf. And it's Thuram. Nesta. Ferdinand. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read. Nedved can see things others simply cannot.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has found the way through. Azar. That pass has been well intercepted. Now, can they get him away? And pull it! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
It's rising! It's bounced back off the post. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Seedorf. That is ended up in no man's land. AC Milan could counter here. Rooney.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Hullet, and this is Adriano. Oh, that was vital. And he thumps it clear. And for the first half, that is that. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Milan firmly in control at the break, 2-0 the scoreline. So we're off again. Vieira. And it's Vieira. Passing nice and neat. And the shot, decent chance! And there's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Just one in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Nedved. Cafu. Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Azar. Azar aimed beyond the defence. That's Vieira. And this is Ibrahimovic. Looking for options for movement. Goes for a shot! And the keeper could only will that wide of the post.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Toure producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Pull it, and the pass is intercepted. Seedorf. Oh, delicate chip through. He is through here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Borussia Dortmund really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Milan are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Takes a shot! And that was probably asking just too much.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 23.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 18.
Getting up there! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's heaved it away.
Il numero 15.
Knocks it into space. That's an excellent interception. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Nedved. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Pele. Del Piero. Now it's Iniesta. Del Piero. And he's found a way past. Big chance!
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Rummenigge. Tries to dink it through.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Pele wins the duel this time. Oh, they could be caught out here. Desai. Pele, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Thuram. He's beaten the last man. Nedved. Mateus. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now is this the final assault? Now that looks a decent ball. Roberto Carlos.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Seedorf. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And it's Dembele. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Seedorf. He's going to be disappointed with that. 2 minutes to be added on. Oh, that's fabulous. Mateus. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's it. Milan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Vieira. And it's Gullit. And it's Hazard. Might be danger here. A lack of adventure up to now, just no breakthrough. Oh, they could break here. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Mateus. Rummenigge. Now it's Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Gullit. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. Thinks about the shot. Oh, that was vital.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Gullit. And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Gullit. Hazard, very much a man of this moment. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Borussia Dortmund are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Opts to play it back. Real chance! He's got away with one there.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Ferdinand. Hazard. Out towards the flank. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. And it's Hazard. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adriano. Now it's Gullit. And this is Ibrahimovic. And he's lost his man.
That's good play from him.
Shoots! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Mateus. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Adriano, renowned for his long-range shooting. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. 1-0 here, just... It's Ibrahimovic! And that's a tidy finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Borussia Dortmund restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Great ball if he can get there. He's picked his way through.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Azar. And that signals the end of the first period. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
So, 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Borussia Dortmund kick off the second half. Ferdinand. And it's Azar. Azar going face-to-face with his great rival. He has a look up. Oh, important interception. Lovely bit of... And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Ibrahimovic. And a chance! It's bounced back off the post. Ferdinand cuts it out. Vieira. Rummenigge, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Seedorf. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Nedved. Cafu has the space to scheme. And here's Ibrahimovic. Gullit unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Vieira gets a foot in here. Adriano. Borussia Dortmund needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now this could be a chance. Nicely spread. Vieira. Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change? And he shoots! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the comeback is complete. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 23, Ibrahimovic.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Borussia Dortmund with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That is good alertness. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Seedorf really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Hazard. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Borussia Dortmund surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Cafu. And it's Seedorf. Oh, easy pickings there. Hazard. He's found the way through. And he was quick to react. Seedorf is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Shevchenko. Oh, nicely intercepted. Azar. Platini. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pressing high and with purpose. Milan are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Five minutes left on the clock. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's with the keeper. Thuram. Borussia Dortmund clearly now in lead preservation mode. Ibrahimovic going after that. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Borussia Dortmund really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And he is going into that little black book.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Roberto Carlos. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And there goes the final whistle. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It's Ibrahimovic! Here comes the corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. Milan have their second corner now. It's rising! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So, a breakthrough already. And this is Hazard. Pull it. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Rummenigge touches it back. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nicely shaped ball. No way through. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Oh, such a clever touch. And here's Messi. He's having a shot! That has ended up in no man's land. Hazard! And he hits the net. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Chance to deliver. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pinches it off him. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. That's a sharp pass. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's picked out the run. Not a hint of offside here. Leicester, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Azar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Iniesta. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now it's Hullet. Crunching tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. Oh, Mateus! And he can thump it away. Roberto Carlos, renowned for his long-range shooting. Rooney, great vision. Now it's Azar. Roberto Carlos. And he's taking no chances there. Nice control. Yaya Toure. Rooney. And it's Azar. That's good play. And Mateus. And here's Messi. It's anyone's ball now. Passes short and sharp. Looking for the run. And a chance! Azar! He is just a joy!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in...
Chance for a shot! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in...
And for the first half, that is that. Milan are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. So straight into the second half. Hullet, Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. Rooney. Vieira. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Rooney. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's on his own! They want to be quick to recover this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi. Messi!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
A heavy challenge. And here's Azar. Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's not going to get any further than that. Cafu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Nesta. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Nicely weighted ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Numero 11. Attenzione, un cambio.
Cafu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Vitinha. Now it's Hullet. Neymar. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Seedorf. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Roberto Carlos has got himself a free kick. That's got him rattled. Desai is there and he can get that clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Vitinha. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Out towards the flank. Thinks about the shot. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to...
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. Can he? Will he? And they've turned it round! Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Goes for a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Rummenigge clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Nesta cuts out the pass. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that is well cleared.
Cambio di giocatori.
Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end. That has been cut short. Vieira. And it's Seedorf. Thuram.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
He's found some space. It's Bale! Deftly away. They get a throw in. Lovely feet. Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. But he's left disappointed. Oh, relief! Relief at last, the final whistle. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We are just getting started. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Rooney. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Nedved. And he's been shifted off it. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just a supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
And as Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Milan do have a chance to counter here. Cafu. Now it's Nedved. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Thuram. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And this is Nedved. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And he's managed to get free. Lovely feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Taken back almost at once. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Rooney. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that has been slung wide. And it's made its way to him. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Seedorf. Vieira. Rummenigge. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Steaming on goal. Shoots! Oh, nearly. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet. Nedved. Now it's Hullet. And that's an excellent interception. Yaya Toure. And here's Ibrahimovic. And a chance! Goal! Milan! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Mateus. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. There's the shot! And no mistake! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, good read. And the referee has blown for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch, this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Back on the way then. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shot could be on. Shot a goal! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's a play.
He's had a shot! Has fallen kindly here. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Hullet. Looking for options. Goes for a shot! Well taken goal. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Tries one from range.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Oh, this looks sharp. And he's cut it out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Chance, surely! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Nesta can get it clear. Played out wide. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Well played and well cleared.
Hullet is onto this. Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
He's looking wide. That is lovely. Ball in towards the middle. Dida claims it without any fuss. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Vitinha.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus. Mateus makes a dash for it. Rummenigge. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Great vision. Can he finish? Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 10.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Il numero 13. Il numero 18.
Yaya
Il
Toure.
numero 20. Vieira.
And this is Adriano.
Cambio di giocatori.
Oh, shooting chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Always goal side.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
The ball has bounced loose now. It's a throw-in. And here's Neymar. Cross to the back post.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Desai. And it's Yaya Toure.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Here's Vieira.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. It's Ibrahimovic! And that's another fine save.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Rui Costa, showing good feet. Delivers the ball. Impressive jump! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? This is a Hollywood or bus corner. The final whistle is up next.
And time is up. Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Now it's Hazard. Oh, such a clever touch. Mateus, Luis Suarez.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. We've seen many free role players that have graced...
It's Luis Suarez! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Hazard. And this is Hullet.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And he's lost his man here. It's a pretty loose pass. He's shifted. And the finish! Goal, Milan! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So, a breakthrough already. And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Hullet. Vitinha has it out wide and in space. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Mateus.
Borussia Dortmund always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
And it's Hazard. Hazard going... He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book. Oh, it's a vicious effort. Well read, nice interception. Tries to play it through. Vieira can see things, others simply cannot. Passing nice and neat. Hazard. Chance, surely! Mateus. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And there's the shot! Seedorf.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Threads one in. Oh, that's clever. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Approaching the half-hour mark. Suarez will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Chance here to counter. Seedorf. That's Nedved. Now it's Hullet. Hazard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved. Lovely bit of skill. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Hullet! Same again, same outcome.
Borussia Dortmund really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Nice control. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Looking to play him in. Tries to pass it through. And the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Lovely feet. There's the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Mateus. Vieira. Mateus. And it's Azar. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And this is Roberto Carlos. Bullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Quick look at his watch and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Milan just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Numero 11.
Milan can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Real chance! Oh, good finish. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation.
It's Luis Suarez! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And it's Nedved. A probing pass. Now it's Azar. And he shoots! And he's there to belt it away. The ball has bounced loose now. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's had a shot! And that's a tidy finish. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Luis Suarez! Goal! They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And yes, it's him again. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
And things are much healthier in their fate.
Goes for a shot! And again! Goal, Milan! Into the lead once more. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Milan leading now.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 19.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 18.
Pinches it off him.
Cambio di giocatore.
Rooney. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, super ball! Borussia Dortmund have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. So, third corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not much subtlety about that challenge. Vieira. Turan. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Pullet has been caught there, it's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Shoots! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nice physical challenge. And this is Adriano. Now he's got space here. Lam. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vieira. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's there to clear it. Looking for options. Tries a shot! And a neat finish. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, now they've saved them.
Rummenigge! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
It's a sharp pass. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And here's Pullet. Might be danger here. He's having a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Adriano demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Shot a goal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. This is the time you need that pace.
Pull it. We are into overtime. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's bustling through here. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. And that's it, the pressure finally lifts. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. And here's Messi. Cafu deals with that comfortably. Now it's Hunnit. Now what about a counter-attack? Has a look and place it forward. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Clarence Seedorf, he's a leader, he's a schemer, a controller, he's certainly a winner, he's all of those things and he's much, much more.
I'll take it a step further, he's a serial winner on the European scene. In fact, it's that pedigree which I see as his greatest quality. He knows exactly what it takes to be a match winner and he'll go about doing exactly that.
Davids. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, that's a key interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Cafu, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Nedved, and this is Dembele. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's superb. Shapes to shoot! Goal, Milan! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And here's Seedorf. Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish. And I think
he's in one-on-one. Decent chance! Yes! They are purring, truly purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish...